It's easy to make, it's family friendly, and it won't break the bank either. Joining us now is Macey from Anne's Table for Two, and we are making a tomato frittata.
Yes. Now, if I were going to be on Chopped, I would be eliminated because I have the wrong name.
We're a judge-free zone here, Anne. It's okay. So it's not technically a frittata.
It's not. Frittata actually is a crustless egg dish, but
The crust is the best part.
Well, and it is. And this is an easy crust. I have an onion roll here. You can use an onion roll or a Kaiser roll. And of course, Geisler's has, you can pick one. So if there's only two of you, that's
that's
what we do.
That's where you do your shopping at Geisler's. And you buttered the roll.
Cut it in half and butter both sides. I already have one buttered. And I forgot my nonstick cooking spray today, but that's good because
But butter will do.
No, well, I always do butter, but I always spray all of my, pans and everything with a nonstick cooking spray. But because I wasn't, I substituted and I just kind of like swirled in some
butter?
No, I did olive oil.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Someone once told me too, you take the stick of butter itself and you take the wrapper and you move the wrapper around.
You can, but I just did some oil and just kind of like coated it. Now I'm going to just put the little holes in it so that way when I put the eggs in, then it will be, it kind of like soak it up. So the first thing you do though is you put in about 1/4 cup of cheese. And you know what? I put down how much, but you can put as much as you want or as little as you want.
So I was planning on putting a lot of cheese.
Yeah, I know.
I
love cheese.
Who doesn't love cheese?
Canadian
Someone
bacon.
who's lactose intolerant. Canadian bacon.
Oh, I love cheese though. Yes, this is Canadian bacon. I use about 2 slices and chop it up and just kind of sprinkle it on. Now you could put the eggs on first, but I've done it this way and it works this way. And you could substitute, but I'm going to tell you something about substituting and using like regular bacon or something else, or if you want to make it meatless, you can just go without the Canadian bacon. But I've made this several times and I have to tell you, this is the best way that I like it. It's the way I'm showing you.
Well, then we should all do it this way.
Okay, so this is the right ingredients and all that. And the tomato, I like plum tomatoes. Geisler's, no matter what time of year it is, they always have, their plum tomatoes are always beautiful. So I always buy plum tomatoes unless it's like, really tomato season.
That's true. And all these recipes, they're in Anne's Table for Two.
Yes.
It's a cookbook, and you don't need to do it for 2 if you have more people or a dinner party. You can make it Anne's Table for 20 if you want.
That's right.
A little bit of salt in there?
Yes, 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a dash of pepper, ground pepper. And this is 2 eggs and 2 egg whites. Now you can use all egg whites if you want. So if you're going to use, if you want to use, you can use 3 eggs instead. But I like to, throw out some of the egg yolks.
Yeah, you got to have a little bit of yolk in there.
Now here's the kind of tricky part. You have to like separate this. Usually when I'm home, I will do it separately. I'll do 1 egg and
I understand.
And it's kind of gooey. So
that was pretty much right down the middle.
Sort of.
And now we pop this in the oven?
We pop it. Wait a minute. We're going to put a little bit of my fresh basil.
From your garden?
From my
your
garden.
porch, right?
That's right. I have it on my patio. Just a little hint. Now, if you don't have fresh, you can use a little bit of dried. Okay, we're going to put that right on the top shelf. You can put that in.
I would love to, Anne.
Well, I just drag over.
Do a little TV magic, and you take out the finished products over there.
Yes, I got the finished product here. 375 degrees for 20 to 22 minutes, just enough so that the eggs set. And you want to take it out, and you want to let it set in the pan a little bit so that it just comes out better.
Just let it set for a little bit.
Right.
And we take the fork and we go around it to make sure all the sides are clean.
I did that already while you guys were doing other things.
Well,
but isn't it pretty?
That's great. And then let's talk about this garnish for a second.
Oh, yes.
It's so easy. It takes a second, but it adds so much to the plate.
It does. And, it's a nice little accompaniment to it.
Well, and this looks tremendous. So can we dig in?
Of course you can.
All right, perfect. Well, yeah, you grab some forks, and later in the show, Anne is going to show us a lot of new kitchen appliances. I can't wait for it. So don't go anywhere. There's going to be a little bit of that later in the show. And right now,